Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, broadcasting from Apple Valley, California.
The Science and Technology Channel.
So we are. All right. New Australian research.
We are
Go ahead.
messengers, right?
We are messengers. That's right.
Yeah.
New Australian research provides stronger evidence against bottle feeding infants in bed. I've done this before. I've put the baby in bed and got like a little towel and kind of put the bottle at an angle and let the baby go for it. I've done that before.
Yeah, no, we used to do that too with our kids, but I remember studying this or reading this. This kind of information's been out for a while. So I don't know if the Australians are just late to the dance, but I remember hearing about this when we were raising our kids back in the 80s. So, but yeah. It's good value. I mean, the same type of information. So
I wish I would have heard about it. I wish I would have.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you saying your older kids?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The older kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Experts are advising parents and carers to avoid using bottles to put toddlers to sleep, following new research that strengthens the link between this habit and early childhood dental cavities and excess weight. Published in the Australian and New Zealand Journal of Public Health, the study was led by the University of Sydney and drew on data from more than 700 toddlers participating in Western Sydney University's Healthy Smiles, Healthy Kids study, a long-term project tracking children from birth. Would you like to know more?
Researchers examined survey responses from mothers along with dental assessments and body measurements of the children. They also accounted for the other factors that could affect dental health and body weight. The authors found that more than 30% of children were still bottle fed to sleep at 2 years old. Children who were bottle fed to sleep at 2 years old were almost twice as likely to be overweight in early childhood. And children who were bottle fed to sleep 3 years old had nearly twice as many teeth affected by tooth decay in early childhood.
So we did that with Russell and Scotty was a chunky monkey. He was. But now he's a beanpole. He's like 6'4", 130 pounds, sopping wet.
130 pounds at 6'4".
Maybe 140, maybe 150. He's like a beanpole.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a thin guy.
Interesting.
Okay, University of Sydney lead author and PhD candidate in the Susan Wackel School of Nursing and Midwifery, Hai-Lok Chang, said that parents and carers want to do the right thing but may not be aware of the health risks of bottle feeding before naps and at bedtime. Quote, Australian recommendations advise parents to start introducing cups at 6 months of age and stop using baby bottles at 12 months. Bottle feeding in bed is not recommended at any age. Our research now provides a much more robust evidence base for that advice, she said.
Quote, common toddler drinks, including cow's milk and formula, often contain either natural or added sugars, increasing the risk of tooth decay. When a bottle is offered at bedtime, it's often being used by carers to calm an unsettled child or encourage the child to drift off to sleep. Because the bottle isn't being offered in response to hunger, it can lead to overfeeding, putting children at risk of unhealthy weight gain.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Quote, we need to do more to support families and help them avoid getting into the habit of putting a child or baby to bed with a bottle so that our future generations are set up with a healthy future from the start. The researchers said it was important for parents and carers to understand that dental health was just as crucial for young children who still have baby teeth as for older children and adults, with dental decay in childhood more likely to result in poor dental outcomes later in life.
For further support, Ms. Chang recommended that parents seek guidance from trusted healthcare professionals and reputable resources to ensure their child's health and development is on track. Children may be eligible for the Child Dental Benefit Scheme, which I don't quite understand that word, but I mean, why they would use it there, which covers basic dental services like checkups. The Raising Children's Network has also also advises that children should start seeing a dentist by the time they are 1 year old, which I think I don't think we took our kids to dentists at 1, or when their first tooth comes through, whichever happens first.
I think we took Cameron at age 1 to see the dentist. Yeah.
So he had teeth popping out.
Oh yeah. Just in the front,
Yeah. Interesting. You want me to go on with those?
Yeah, go ahead.
Primary health providers such as local child and family health nurses or general practitioners can also monitor children's growth, development, and milestones, and are best placed to advise on whether a child needs additionally or specialist support in relation to growth, overweight, and obesity, and dental health. Resources on breastfeeding, feeding, toddlers, dental health, and development for supporting parents in the early years are available through organizations like Keratane, is that what that is?
Yep.
Truscillion, and Raising Children's Network, which we talked about earlier. So interesting.
The HSHK study is led by Western Sydney University in collaboration with the University of Sydney, Sydney Local Health District, Southwestern Sydney Local Health District, University of Queensland, University of Technology Sydney, and Curtin University. It's funded by the Australian National Health and Medical Research Council, NSW Health, Australian Dental Research Foundation, and Oral Health Foundation. So it's got some backing, this research.
Yeah. And again, it's good. It's like anything else. We need to be reminded of this stuff. Parents need to be reminded. So I don't remember if our grandkids were raised this way, but they may have been, because I believe their parents were. So people just kind of do what they were taught, right? But and our kids, for the most part, have pretty good teeth. So, but anyway, I think it's still good. And again, like I said, even though it's been, 40 years or 40 plus years, it's still good to revisit this kind of stuff. So good study.
Yep. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on the next one.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.